Well, Brad, overall, Hampshire boys, are you quite happy with that day's play?
Yeah, it was a decent day's play in the end. Obviously, it was a bit of a tough first session. We let them get away with the bat, and they probably just scored quicker than we'd have liked. But we got 4 wickets, and then pulled it back really nicely after tea. I think the lads stayed pretty patient, and that showed as the day went on. And we just sort of collected our rewards later on. Then obviously nice to finish with only 1 wicket down in the evening.
Good toss to win and nice wicket to bowl in.
Yeah, it was a little bit too pace, but obviously pretty good place to bowl. There's a bit of carry, bit of pace, which is always nice. But very, very different to bowling at home. But it was nice. Obviously, it's probably a bit better suited to me with trying to swing the ball. So it was good to obviously get some wickets early doors and put them under pressure.
You started the season well here. 4 wickets last week against Yorkshire, now 4 here against Surrey.
Yeah, I'm obviously just happy to be playing and contributing, to be honest. It's nice to be in the team consistently now for these 2 games and just doing my best, just doing my job to the best of my ability. So that obviously there's a long season ahead, so just head down and keep working.
It'd be easy for me to say to you, you must be in good rhythm and it all feels good. Does it feel like that?
Didn't feel 100% today, to be honest. It came out nicely, but obviously not feeling the best all the time. It's just the nature of bowling. Some days you'll feel good and some days not. But definitely got better as the day went on. Found those rhythms. A few heavy legs. The lads were cramping a bit after spending some time in the field. But yeah, it was a good day's play all around.
Yeah, I mean, there was that, as you mentioned, there was one little patch. Looked like Jamie Smith sort of put a little bit of pressure on the bowlers there because he's quite positive as well. There was a good partnership there with Dom Sibley, wasn't there, in the morning?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've got some pretty world-class batters in their lineup, so we just let it get away from us a little bit. But I think at lunch we just regrouped, came back with clearer plans, and we executed a lot better than we did in the first session. I think they only went at 2 runs and over for the second session, which in essence put them under a bit more pressure, having to try and look for runs rather than us searching for wickets. As I said, that paid dividends in the long run. Obviously, we kept them under pressure for a lot longer. But yeah.
Yeah, when Liam Dawson was bowling one end at the pavilion end, that was sort of shorn up, and yeah, you're right. The runs were starting to be squeezed.
Yeah, definitely. It was obviously nice that Dorsey came on and bowled really well there, because also gave the seamers a bit of time to just recover and get themselves ready for the next spells. He did a brilliant job there with not much spin on offer here with this like pretty green wicket they won. So he did a great job, and obviously it was awesome for the team because the seamers got a bit of a break.
Some big wickets for you, Rory Burns at the start, and then Jamie Smith, Dan Lawrence as well. The Jamie Smith dismissal was interesting, wasn't it? Because Sonny did great on the third man boundary there.
Yeah, it was a brilliant catch. It was not my finest ball I've bowled, but we'll take it. Obviously, there were a few nicks that didn't quite carry to the slips, which was obviously quite frustrating. But always happy to pick up a few cheap ones.
Tricky little hour at the end, only lost 1 wicket, and we know how good a bowling attack they are.
Yeah, definitely. The lads did a great job there. Obviously, the day could have looked a lot different if we were 2 or 3 down at the end of the play. So nice that they sort of got away and they've looked pretty solid there. I think the scoring will come. We just need to stay patient and keep applying pressure the best we can.